I'm gonna go insane, man. I'm gonna go insane. Take a look at the first line in the description of the video we just uploaded a few minutes ago. Let's zoom in so y'all can see it here on the screen. Don't you just love how Frank Seravalli never includes the full details on trades before tweeting out said trades? Turns out the Wings are actually retaining and doing some stuff in this trade too. So instead of remaking the entire video and just re-rendering everything, because that's gonna... it's gonna take a little bit of extra time. Let's just step in here, make an extra video. It's no biggie. I'm sorry. I even said in the video here, imagine if this trade that we had talked about in this video ends up not being the full trade because Frank Seravalli forgot to put any details in, because he does that quite often, and he ended up doing it here. That's my bad for making a video based off of a Frank Seravalli tweet, but we have some small extra info here. It's not game-changing, it's not, super impactful, it doesn't do anything to Tampa Bay, I guess you could say, aside from reduce the amount of dollars that they are taking on. But take a look at the initial tweet that we had looked at with the Tampa Bay and Seattle trade. Gourde, Bjorkstrand, and a fifth for a first, a second, and Mikey Yzerman. This is what Seravalli went out there and replied. Seattle and Detroit are both retaining 50% on Yanni Gourde in order to make it all happen. The Red Wings are getting a 2025 fourth-round pick for facilitating, and Kyle Aucoin is going from Detroit to Tampa to complete the deal. Detroit will receive the earlier of Tampa Bay's or Edmonton's pick in the fourth round in 2025. Now, people are going out there and saying, oh, it's 25% for Detroit. Tampa reported 25% retained by Detroit. Yeah, it's because 50% of 50% is 25%. Seattle and Detroit cannot both retain 50% because adding it together, it would be 100. You can't get Gourde on for literally nothing. Seattle retains 50% when sending Gourde over to Detroit, and then Detroit retains 50% on that remaining 50%, sending Gourde over to Tampa. So yes, it's 25%. These folks can't do math. Buddy, ay. Anyways, Yanni Gourde, if we head over to his profile one more time, we did speak about this in the video just a few minutes ago. $5.166 million a year till the end of this season. Cut that in half, so we'll do 516 divided by 2. Seattle is retaining $2.58 million, and Detroit is retaining $1.29 million, which means that the total cap hit of Yanni Gourde in Tampa Bay is $1.29 million a year. That's an extra 4-something million that they have that we didn't know they had ever since the full details of this trade came out. And with Tampa also receiving Kyle Aucoin, this is a pretty interesting aspect of the trade as well. We have to go over this because the Wings just traded away a prospect of theirs. Kyle Aucoin is a July 2002 born left-handed D-man, 6 feet 185, 22 years old, and he was drafted in the 6th round, 156th overall by the Wings in the 2020 NHL Draft. He is the son of Artyom Aucoin, whom I'm sure a lot of y'all definitely do remember, and he is playing for the Harvard University Crimson this season. He has 4 points in 24 games. He had 2 points in 24 games 2 years ago, 2 points in 30 games the year before that. Honestly, Kyle Aucoin never really had any significant NHL productivity capable capacity just based off of his profile here. I think a lot more of his draft stock and the value came from the fact that he is the son of a former NHLer and that he was a decently sized guy. I mean, Artyom Aucoin was a pretty good player at some point throughout his career. I mean, he was fine in the Vancouver Canucks organization in the 90s. That's where I always remembered him. Artyom Aucoin played until 2012, 2013. He played for a long freaking time, since debuting with the Vancouver Canucks in the 94-95 season. But his son, Kyle Aucoin, is now a member of the Tampa Bay Lightning after being drafted by the Detroit Red Wings and being sent over in this trade. Doesn't really look like a super valuable pickup or a prospect, but still, he's a guy included here. The Wings ultimately retaining $1-something million of Yanni Gourde's salary and trading away Kyle Aucoin, getting a 4th round pick for all of this. It's not that bad. It's a free 4th. a free fourth for $1.29 million in salary this year, as well as trading away a guy that you drafted in the 6th round in 2020. So Steve Yzerman is stepping in here and helping out his former team in Tampa by making this trade go through. I do kind of wonder, because before these extra details with Detroit and Seattle retaining were revealed, was there already a possibility that Tampa Bay could have gotten the trade done properly? Okay, yeah, current cap space 7.81 on the Puckpedia website. If we scroll down and we take a look at Yanni Gourde, there you go, 1.29. Okay, so the Lightning needed to get this double salary retention in order for this trade to go through and in order for the cap to work out. So that's a miscalculation on my part that Yanni Gourde and his full $5 million AAV contract would have put the Lightning over the cap by about $4 million, something like that. So now Tampa Bay, they got the trade to go through. Bjorkstrand at 5.4 till next year. Yanni Gourde at 1.29 till the end of this year. So, lots of good additions here. Look at this forward core. Kucherov, Point, Gensel, Hagel, Chiarelli, Bjorkstrand, Paul, Gourde, Gergensons, Glendening, Chaffee, Gage Goncalves. There's a lot of guys over here. I'd say that bottom line is a little bit lacking, but when you think about this top 9, I mean, that's pretty solid. Definitely a good group of guys over here in the Tampa Bay organization. And it's Detroit going out there and helping out his old team, man. Stevie Y putting the Lightning on tap. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about the Detroit Red Wings getting involved. How do you feel about Steve Yzerman helping out his former team one more time? He's done this quite a few times. I think David Savard, I'm pretty sure the Red Wings retained money there, and the few other players that were given to Tampa Bay and stuff like that. I mean, there were a lot of guys rotating around the Tampa Bay and Detroit systems over the past few years, and now Kyle Aucoin is another one from Detroit to Tampa. Also, 50% salary retained on Yanni Gourde, or excuse me, not 50%, 25% salary retained on Yanni Gourde. How do you feel that Steve Yzerman is continually getting involved with the Tampa Bay Lightning and their business here? Even when you think about Derek Lalonde, now Yzerman's helping out the Julien Briseboises of the world, helping them put together a playoff team that can rival the Florida Panthers and potentially help Florida reach the gosh darn Stanley Cup Finals for the 6th year in a row. Tampa Bay in 2020, Tampa Bay in 2021, Tampa Bay in 2022, Florida in 2023, Florida in 2024, Tampa or Florida in 2025. It's kind of overwhelming here, I'm not gonna lie. And I want you to let me know your thoughts in the comments section. How do you feel that the Wings trade away Kyle Aucoin and got on some salary to upgrade Aucoin from what was a 6th round pick over to a 4th round pick? Thoughts in the comments section, Wings fans. I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.